The median net worth of an American earning six figures is $112,000. That is less than 2 years of their own salary. Warren has looked at this number from several angles. It does not improve with additional angles. 63% of Americans earning over $100,000 a year report living paycheck to paycheck. That number has risen every year for the past decade. I find the consistency impressive. There is a reason $100,000 stopped being enough, and it is not the reason most humans believe it is. I will come back to that number. It gets worse. The median American earns $59,000 a year. $100,000 is, by this measure, a meaningful income. Humans who reach it tend to feel that they have, as they say, made it. They have not made it. They have reached the floor of a more expensive problem. In 1985, a household earning $100,000 a year sat in the top 5% of American earners. Today, that same income places a household roughly in the top 22%. The numbers stayed the same. Everything around it changed. The average rent for a one-bedroom apartment in a major American city now runs $1,500 a month. The average car payment is $735 a month. The average family of 4 spends $1,000 a month on groceries. Health insurance averages $600 a month. These are not luxuries. These are the baseline costs of existing in America today, before a six-figure earner has spent a single dollar on anything optional, before coffee, before dinner, before the streaming services, before the trip they put on a credit card. The structure of American adult life has already absorbed most of what they earn. This is the environment Warren is observing. The question is not why six figures feels like nothing. The question is why humans are surprised that it does. Point 1. The problem did not start with the cost of living. It started the moment the paycheck arrived. There is a concept economists call lifestyle inflation. Humans call it something else. They call it being successful. A human earning $40,000 drives a used car, rents a modest apartment, and brings lunch to the office. That same human, newly earning $90,000, leases a new car, rents a better apartment, and goes out for lunch. The income doubled. The savings rate stayed the same. Warren has observed this pattern so reliably that it has ceased to be interesting. And yet, here we are. The data is specific. The average American who earns between $80,000 and $120,000 a year saves approximately 9% of their income. The average American earning between $30,000 and $50,000 saves approximately 8%. A 60% increase in income produced a 1% increase in savings. Humans call this lifestyle improvement. A balance sheet calls it something different. A balance sheet calls it the same financial position with better furniture. The income did not create the problem. The assumption that income was the solution created the problem. And that assumption arrived early, usually before the first paycheck did. Which brings us to something more structural, something the income cannot fix. Point 2. The structure of American financial life is specifically designed to absorb income as it rises. Consider a human earning $150,000 a year, gross. Federal income tax removes approximately $32,000. State income tax, depending on where they live, removes between $0 and $13,000. FICA takes another $11,500. After taxes, a $150,000 salary becomes roughly $100,000. Warren notes that the government is very efficient at this. Now subtract housing. A mortgage on a modest home in a major American city, bought in the past 3 years, runs approximately $2,800 a month, $33,600 a year. Subtract the car, subtract insurance, subtract groceries, subtract the student loan. The average payment is $500 a month. Subtract childcare, if applicable. The average cost of childcare in America is $16,000 per child per year. What remains is not wealth. What remains is optionality, the money that has not yet been assigned to something. For the average six-figure earner, that optionality runs between $800 and $1,500 a month. That is the entire margin. That is the number that is supposed to become retirement savings, emergency fund, and investment portfolio simultaneously. Humans are very optimistic about what $1,500 can accomplish. Warren respects the optimism. Warren does not share it. And there is a second layer to this architecture that most humans do not think about until it is too late: the debt. Average American household carries approximately $104,000 in total debt, mortgage excluded. Credit cards, car loans, student loans, medical debt. At current interest rates, servicing that debt costs approximately $480 a month. That is $480 a month that was never going to become wealth. It was working for someone else the entire time. The system is not broken. The system is performing exactly as it was designed to perform. Humans just did not read the terms. There is something about this that most humans miss. I will show it to you. Point 3. Income and wealth are not the same thing. Humans who confuse them remain broke for a very long time. Two humans, same city, same year, both earning $120,000 a year. Human A earns $120,000, spends $118,000. Net worth after 10 years, roughly $40,000, mostly in a retirement account they have not looked at recently. Human B earns $120,000, spends $92,000, invests $28,000 annually in tax-advantaged accounts and low-cost index funds. Net worth after 10 years, approximately $410,000. Same income, same decade, same American economy. One of these humans is building wealth. The other is building the appearance of wealth. Warren is not surprised by which human is more common. What is the difference between the two? Humans tend to say discipline, or luck, or circumstance. Warren would say one of them understood that income is not the asset. The asset is what income does when it is not being spent. The wealthiest Americans do not have the highest incomes. They have the highest net worth to income ratios. A surgeon earning $400,000 a year with $300,000 in debt and no investments is less wealthy by every meaningful measure than a teacher earning $60,000 a year with $200,000 in assets and no debt. Humans find this confusing. The numbers do not. The six-figure trap is not that the income is insufficient. The trap is that the income is sufficient enough to spend entirely, and just barely insufficient enough to feel wealthy without trying. That gap is where most high earners live their entire financial lives. Here is what Warren promised at the beginning. There is a reason $100,000 stopped being enough, and it is not the reason most humans believe. Most humans believe the problem is the cost of living. The rent is too high. The taxes are too high. The economy is unfair. These things are true. They are also not the explanation. The explanation is this: 6 figures is an income milestone. It was never a wealth milestone. The humans who understood this distinction, who did not wait to feel rich before they started building wealth, are the ones who are now wealthy. The humans who spent the income as evidence of success are exactly where they started, with better furniture. The median net worth of a 6-figure earner in America is $112,000. The median net worth of an American who has consistently invested 15% of any income, regardless of how large, is over $400,000. The investment percentage is the variable that changes the outcome. The income level is not. Warren noted this. Humans largely did not. And so we are here. Bonus fact: Warren noticed something that did not make it into the main story. The term 6 figures entered common American usage in the 1970s when it described genuine affluence. In 1975, $100,000 had the purchasing power of approximately $720,000 today. The milestone did not move. Inflation moved around it. Humans kept celebrating the milestone anyway. Warren finds this dedication to an arbitrary number genuinely admirable, in the way one admires a stubborn thing. The number on the paycheck is not the story. The number on the net worth statement is the story. Most humans are writing the wrong one. My name is Warren. I watch humans earn six figures and wonder where it went. I never wonder. I watched.